Welcome to our spring tour of a Ralph Lauren-inspired home, where classic American manor design meets vintage charm. From ivy-covered exteriors to cozy interiors, we're diving into timeless elegance and rustic beauty. If you love vintage decor, don't forget to like, subscribe, and comment your thoughts below. A grand estate sits nestled in the countryside, covered in ivy and surrounded by spring blooms. The classic American manor exudes timeless elegance, with white-trimmed windows, weathered brick and antique lanterns illuminating warm stone pathways. Natural light bathes the home's facade in golden hues, welcoming the season's calm energy. Inside the manor, a rustic living room combines aged charm with Ralph Lauren's signature style. Leather sofas rest beside tartan armchairs, while a soft rug lies beneath a stone fireplace. Brass floor lamps and vintage textures enrich the ambience, as open windows invite sunlight and fresh spring air into the space. In the kitchen, white shaker cabinets pair with vintage brass fixtures and natural wood countertops. A farmhouse sink gleams beneath floral curtains, and copper pots dangle above terracotta tiles. Antique clay pots overflow with fresh herbs, grounding the space in seasonal comfort and understated traditional elegance. The dining room features a weathered oak table surrounded by spindleback chairs. Floral linens and vintage china evoke countryside sophistication. A A wrought iron chandelier hangs above, and soft wildflowers bloom in ceramic pitchers. Sunlight pours through wide windows, blending nature and heritage into a seamless, welcoming atmosphere. A serene veranda reveals vintage wicker chairs layered with floral cushions. Potted topiaries stand beside linen throws, while climbing roses frame aged wooden floors. Antique lanterns hang from above, casting gentle glows as the soft spring breeze brushes through, making this outdoor retreat a sanctuary of timeless beauty. In the bedroom, an antique iron bed frame anchors the space. Floral quilts and linen pillows rest against vintage wallpaper in soft pastels. A wooden trunk adds rustic charm. Sunlight filters through cotton drapes, casting golden shadows over worn wooden floors, capturing the harmony of heritage and springtime simplicity. The library exudes classic American character, with deep navy walls lined with bookshelves. Leather armchairs offer a cozy nook beneath brass sconces. Tartan throws and an oriental rug complete the atmosphere. Through tall vintage windows, daylight enters gently, illuminating stories and quiet thoughts within this intimate spring reading space. The entryway features paneled walls and checkerboard stone flooring. A vintage console table supports an ornate gold-framed mirror, surrounded by floral arrangements and antique accessories. The ambience is warm and stately, embodying timeless sophistication that welcomes every guest with a nod to traditional American manor aesthetics. A garden-facing sunroom opens up with vintage rattan seating and botanical cushions. Lace curtains filter soft light, and ceramic planters line the stone floor. Through the arched windows, lush spring gardens peek in, merging interior charm with the serenity of nature in perfect seasonal balance. The bathroom features a freestanding clawfoot tub, framed by floral tile inlays and vintage brass fixtures. An antique mirror reflects the warm candlelight. Linen towels hang beside aged wood panels, while small potted herbs rest nearby, offering spring freshness in a space rich with historical charm. In the formal garden, antique stone fountains stand between blooming lilacs and peonies. Boxwood hedges border gravel paths and wrought iron benches. This symmetrical layout, paired with wild growth and classical structure, creates an outdoor space that honors tradition while embracing spring's graceful unpredictability. The bedroom suite includes a four-poster bed framed in rich wood. Floral drapes hang on either side, complementing an antique dresser adorned with porcelain vases. Oil paintings line the walls. Golden morning light cascades through large windows onto wide plank flooring, creating a tranquil, lived-in luxury. The outdoor dining area glows at sunset, with a weathered farmhouse table adorned in linen and vintage china. Wooden fencing and ivy-covered trellises provide structure, while blooming centerpieces add life. The ambience is rich with nostalgia, set against the quiet beauty of a spring evening. A sitting room dressed in navy and cream holds a vintage fireplace, aged wood coffee table, and botanical prints. A ceramic lamp sits nearby, casting soft light on checkered fabrics. The space feels anchored in memory, a perfect pause between rustic tradition and refined Ralph Lauren charm. The butler's pantry exudes purpose and elegance, with glass front cabinets filled with vintage dishware. Natural wood countertops complement the soft floral wallpaper and antique brass knobs. Linen tea towels hang neatly, while soft light from a transom window casts shadows of history across each carefully curated detail. A rustic barn, converted into a guest house, features weathered siding and a vintage metal roof. An old American flag detail flutters in the breeze. Inside, glimpses of heritage decor reveal layers of comfort and style. It's a rural retreat echoing Ralph Lauren's love for timeless countryside living. The hallway speaks through texture and tone. Wooden floorboards guide the way past vintage wall sconces and botanical prints. An antique console anchors the space, set against light beige wainscoting. Natural light filters in gently, casting an atmosphere of quiet sophistication down this transitional corridor. The greenhouse thrives in Ralph Lauren's countryside aesthetic. A weathered potting bench holds terracotta planters and vintage tools. Glass ceilings let in dappled sunlight, and climbing roses wrap around old wood beams. It's a working space that still feels refined, beautifully blurring function and rustic beauty. A small laundry room offers charm in every corner. Vintage sinks and white cabinetry with brass handles share space with woven baskets and floral wallpaper. The tiled floor adds character. A small paned window brings in daylight, making this everyday room feel like part of the Manor's legacy. Tucked beneath a large window, a reading nook invites quiet moments. Built-in benches with floral cushions rest beside vintage books stacked in neat piles. Gauze curtains sway as sunlight filters through. The space is both timeless and seasonal, a soft reflection of the Ralph Lauren spring countryside ideal. Thank you for joining us on this journey through a Ralph Lauren-inspired spring manor. We hope you found inspiration in these vintage and traditional designs. If you enjoyed this tour, make sure to like, subscribe, and share your thoughts in the comments. Stay tuned for more design inspiration